Hey, bitches, it's me, your fearless leader, Katie Boyd. So I wanted to come on here today and I wanted to talk about goal setting differently. What does that mean? Well, the way I was taught to goal set is you write down your goals, maybe for like a year or 5 years, and you do what it takes to achieve those goals. But sometimes the goals from the setting period to the achieving period are so far away that it can feel like it's never going to happen. And I don't know about you, but that makes me feel like a bag of smashed assholes. Okay. I want to feel like every day I'm just getting a little bit better, a little bit closer to my goals. And sometimes the goals that I set 3 years ago in a 5 year plan maybe isn't what I desire anymore. Like, and so I have to go back to the drawing board and kind of pivot and kind of switch gears, right? So, how do we goal set differently? Well, what I've been doing that's been working for me incredibly is I've been doing more small, short-term goals that are like daily goals, which I talk a lot about my bitch list. And then I do weekly goals, and I do monthly goals, and then I do a 1 year goal. And if you guys probably can't see this, but this is my little paper that I walk around with every day and it keeps me on track. So the first thing that I have as a goal is like my perfect day. Everyone's like, I don't know why my life sucks. I'm like, because you don't even know what you want your life to be. So I talk a lot about this in my book, Ambitious. I talk a lot about this in an A2AP and an Ambitious Academy and my mentorship containers. The first thing to do is create your perfect day. Like, if in a perfect world, what would you desire your day to look like, right? So my perfect day is I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I go to make my coffee. I clean up, kind of like I organize a little bit as my coffee's brewing. I do my habituals where I talk about all the time, which is my Palo Santo blessing. I call in my power posse. I cloak for the day. I do my ambitious abundance affirmation. All of this is in my book. All this is my protocols. I do that with my Palo Santo. I light a candle and I set my intentions for the day. And then I take my coffee. I go sit with my journal and I listen to something inspirational or motivational or educational. And I don't use my phone for anything else but just listening to something or watching something on YouTube. And then I write everything that comes up in my journal. I talk about my gratitude. I maybe do some shadow work in the morning. And then I go right into training my physical body. So I own a gym, Katie Boyd's Men's Fit Club, a wellness center, and I also have a wellness room in my home. So depending on what my day is like, I go right to exercise and I exercise for an hour. That could be a plethora of yoga or Tabata or high intensity interval training or TRX or Peloton or my rower or whatever, arc trainer, yoga, fucking flick my bean, whatever. Okay. And then from there, I go right into a 30-minute stretch session. And then I go right into my breathing exercises and then cold exposure and then meditation. And then I shower and then I get ready for the day and I take my supplements. If I'm eating that day, I might do a refeed. And then from like 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, I work. Sometimes that means I'm doing videos. Sometimes that means I'm seeing one-on-one clients, or I'm doing VIB days, or I'm doing Ambitious Academy stuff, or I'm doing A2AP stuff, or I am getting ready for a retreat or Bitchapalooza. And then after my workflow is done, I have my nighttime rituals, which can be anything from going to the hot tub to stretching more to playing the piano, spending quality time with my husband. Maybe if I'm eating that day, I have my meal. And I might even watch a little TV because this bitch likes television sometimes, right? I'm a sucker for Real Housewives. And that's my perfect day. And then after I'm done with maybe chilling, I do my beauty routine. I say my second Ambitious Abundance affirmation of the day. I go to sleep. And that's my perfect day. Sounds pretty boring, right? It's not, because it's so fulfilling. It's so freaking fulfilling. So that's my perfect day, which is like a daily goal. Then I have goals for the month. And those goals can be anything from working out 5 days a week or doing a cleanse or not drinking for the month or maybe recording my audiobook, or how many sessions that I'm selling that month, or, I'm creating YouTube videos, or I'm practicing my Portuguese, or I'm golfing. I know this is sounds frivolous, but one thing I will say is frivolous goals are fun. We have to stop being so serious all the time. We've been in a downward spiral of seriousness for the last 3 years. And it's funny because on the Ambitious app, I talked to my girls. I'm like, how about we all do a split challenge, trying to do a split with our legs. This bitch hasn't done a split since Bill Clinton was president. Okay. But I'm like, wouldn't it be fun just to be at a party and be 42 years old and just go into a full fucking split? So every day for the month of December, we were doing a splits challenge. Those are small little goals. It doesn't have to be make $1 billion this year. It can just be to be able to do a split, to be able to speak a fluent language, to be able to play one song on the piano. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't have to be these crazy audacious goals. Sometimes it's just small. One of my goals for 2023 is to be able to sit in a 10-minute ice bath. It's to be a certain handicap as a golfer. It's to be able to do 10 pull-ups on my own unassisted, or 50 push-ups without stopping, or doing a dry fast for 3 days, or maybe a wet fast for 7 days, or I can hold my breath for 3 minutes. These are some of the goals for my next year. And I know that they're frivolous. And you're like, really, Katie? You're the goal setting queen, and this is what you're choosing? Yes, because I really desire to connect to my childlike happiness and joy and energy more than I ever have in my life, because it's so healing. So my biggest thing for you is set goals, but set them differently. Stop beating yourself up to achieve all these things, because at the end of the day, half the things that you really truly desire in your life, they're not going to make you happy. Sometimes being able to speak a fluent language or go into a full split, that could be a party favor. That could be fun. So set your goals differently for this year, and I promise you, you will not regret it. You will not regret it either. You will not regret it. Oh, all right, y'all. I'm going to let you go. But in the meantime, don't forget to stay ambitious.